Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with jazz pianist Aruán Ortiz. We caught up with him in early May 2020 during the coronavirus lockdown to talk about his latest 2020 CD, Inside Rhythmic Falls. He spent his first 23 years in Cuba and has grown to become one of the biggest names in jazz while he's been in America. He's got great insights into this new album and this strange new world of no live jazz. Have a listen.
How you doing?
Very good, very good.
Yeah?
How about you? Well,
man.
The circumstances.
Bizarre, huh?
Well, I mean, it's completely surreal. We're in the middle of a science fiction movie, but we have to. I think we passed the whole shocking situation that we weren't believing was happening, and then we didn't know. So whatever happened the first week, was completely. The uncertainty, moments that nobody knew exactly what was happening and how we could manage this, and I think as humans we adjust our minds to any situation in reality, and now although it's hard to be done and over and solved and safe out there, but at least we are being so. Like in more than 40 days, I mean, weeks, a couple of months and more than that, into this quarantine thing that now we just hang in there trying to find some sort of whatever we consider joy and any reminiscence of happiness within these four walls, and keep doing things, keep moving, keep trying to just, So this is what happened right now, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, what are you doing to creatively, artistically keep yourself fulfilled?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, two different things. I mean, not two, but I'm really absorbed by my kids' school curriculum, And the good thing about that is one plays violin and another plays cello. And I've been writing a little songs to them, so I've been practicing also piano with them and playing a 6 or 3 hands, for example Bach fugues, for 3 voices, learning. So each of us learn one different voice, and then we're trying to play it. This is in that domestic aspect. That on the other upside, I've been writing different sketches for now for piano etudes that I am thinking that I want to write eventually. So I've been gathering all the information, and in the middle of that, I was working to put a premiere together with a chamber music orchestra, chamber ensemble. Also 7 musicians. So of course that premiere was canceled. So I have all that material that I've been also transferring to learning the piano, a lot of intervallic combinations, and this really helping me to find different ways to train my fingers to go different directions, train my ears to hear certain things, and doing this exercise out of that, and also preparing a series that I really want to put together every week. That we interactive, virtually, with playing mini concerts at the same time with the Q&As with everybody that want to play with, want to interact with me, and now I'm going to try to find a way how I could do that. And they play my own compositions that are being inspired, that are always being in my repertoire, new songs that I love, and I have a very nice informal at home, with Aruán Ortiz, weekly or bi-weekly meetings, So this is one of the things that I also keep myself up into my creativity, my creative process.
So you have a new album, Inside Rhythmic Falls, a great album that just came out. It has to be bittersweet that, you have this new album out and people have the latitude to listen to it, but you can't do anything live. Talk to me a little bit about this album and that feeling, maybe.
It's a little frustration, but at the same time, people have been listening to it. I'm glad that people are being appreciating the music of that album, the concept of the album, and the narrative of the album. I think that there's a music that will never die in the sense of it's not for a specific era or a specific context. It's just completely atemporal and could be played in 20 years and could be played in a year or two. So that's the good for that part. I think is good. For the other part, yeah, I would love to be playing more with Andrew and presenting this music, but it's beyond my control. So
yeah, I hear you.
The music is there. That's the most important thing, and people are listening to it and be receiving very nice feedback about it. So that's nice. That's very nice.
Without a doubt. Well, we are going to get back to the live music at some point, and I want to know, what do you hope both the musician and the audience realizes about this time away from live jazz?
The good thing is that we are trying to, as I said, create different platforms to still promoting and presenting our work. Everything's going to change. That's my opinion. That it won't be the same as we know it. Because I guess until we find a vaccine or whatever cure this, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but eventually it will happen. But till that point, everything will kind of switch into this kind of virtual interaction. Virtual interaction, performing at home, and that kind of thing. That's what I foresee in the next few months, probably the rest of the year, and probably something in 2021. You never know. But yeah, we're gonna. I guess we're gonna get used to this kind of format. Zoom and different musician platforms and that we could continue doing our work. Not the way we would like to, but at least the only way that we have is just presenting ourselves from our living room.
Yeah. So what good memories from being on the road or playing with other musicians are you thinking about or holding on to during this time right now to kind of keep your spirits up?
Oh, I miss playing with my guys, and playing, being on the road, and this unique experience of a live performance, interacting with musicians and connecting our minds, musically speaking, and then pushing it to every concert to a different level, this is things that only could happen on the live setup, on the stage with musicians that I like to play with, I gravitate toward. For example, it's funny because yesterday I posted on my Instagram page how much I miss playing with my trio. Well, the guys that I've been lucky and blessed that go on the road with me. There's Brad Jones on bass and Gerald Cleaver on drums. And we've been, we're playing the city, we're going on the tour, on the road, and exploring my music or the music. We're always trying to push ourselves creatively to really to the edge, and kind of in every concert, and how I don't have that opportunity. It's something that is part of me that I needed. It's kind of my water to drink. It's and my food to eat. That in my creative part, because as a creative individual, I need that interaction. I need to be pushed. I need that kind of conversation, that dialogue with minds alike, and we don't have that. But at the same, I have records, and for example, I've been talking a lot with friends and musicians and composers, just talking about music and sharing, what they're doing, and like sharing some information, some materials, and that is good. At least, just talk to beyond this real reality, just talk about you as an artist, where you at, what you stand for, what you're working on, and then sharing certain information, and sit down in the piano, so explain what you're doing, and then showing the stuff that I'm doing, and then at least it's just to keep some sort of a communication in the creative speaking, That'll be helping me. My sanity.
Yeah. Well, man, again, I really enjoy the album. Thank you for opening up about this very strange COVID-19 world we're living in, and I look forward to seeing all you cats when you get back out on the stage. So stay safe and strong. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest cats in Cuba, New York City, Kansas City, and spots all over the world, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to Aruán for his time, music, and stories. If you want to hear more interviews, go to Famous Interviews with Joe Domino on the iTunes Store. Visit neonjazz at youtube.com, and for everything Neon Jazz all the time, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends.
Neon Jazz.